Hello and welcome to some Polos. This is the best-selling passenger car in the country. In 2017 alone, Volkswagen sold over 50,000 new Polo and Polo Vivos. That's over 10% of the entire new car market in South Africa. So you're probably wondering what's changed. We've lined up the brand new Polo, which is orange, against the model it replaces, which isn't orange. Let's take a very detailed look. To make it easier for you to navigate through this video, we've provided timecode links to the different sections of the video in the description below. The new Polo is a completely new car from the ground up. Every single panel is new, and when looked at side by side, the differences are stark. Thanks to a new chassis, the newer car is longer, wider, and interestingly, lower in height than the outgoing car, but actually has a roomier cabin and more boot space. The headlights are longer and sleeker and are now available in full LED. The tail lights have been pushed right to the edge of the vehicle and are now slightly smaller, which has the effect of making the car look larger. In this video, we're going to spend a lot of time focusing on the interior of the new Polo because it really has changed quite dramatically. The first thing you might notice is that the dashboard, the whole center stack, is angled towards the driver's seat. It really focuses the dash and the instruments on the driver, and it gives it that sort of cockpit feel. And then in terms of general look and feel, it has improved substantially. In terms of design and the quality of materials, well, the old Polo never really felt cheap, but compared to this, it feels about 10 years old. And then there are some really nice customization options. You can change the color of this dash pad, which runs right across the dashboard, and there are also some options when it comes to the design and color of the cloth seats, but keep in mind that at the moment there is no leather option in the Polo. While the old Polo did have a color touchscreen, it was much smaller and the buttons were actually buttons, whereas this looks a lot better because the menu buttons have been integrated into the piano black glass fascia, which looks really good, but in reality is virtually impossible to keep clean. Whichever Polo you buy, it will have a color touchscreen from 6.5 to 8 inches. And although all the screens are very similar, if you want such niceties as maps or Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you do need to pay extra. In combination with the touchscreen infotainment system, you can order a fully digital instrument screen. It's called Active Info Display, and it's the same system you'll find in the Golf and in the Passat. And it really is quite nice, but at an extra 8,600 Rand, I'm not entirely sure it's worth it, especially because the new dials look pretty good. All Polos come with air conditioning, but if you want it to be automatic, you need to spend an extra 3,700 Rand. And this Highline model has 2 USB ports, but they'll throw in a free one on the entry-level Trendline. In terms of safety, there are some impressive active safety systems which are now available in the Polo, borrowed from the rest of the VW range. However, you will have to cough up for them. While all Polos now feature driver, passenger and curtain airbags, if you'd like parallel park assist, PDC, rear view camera, blind spot detection and rear traffic alert, you'll have to tick the box for the advanced safety package at an extra 11,750 Rand. In summary, the way the car drives in general has been improved. It's more refined, and on the road the cabin is quieter. For more information, click the link appearing on your screen now to be taken to our full feature review of the new Polo. The new chassis has allowed the engineers to push the wheels to the furthest corners of the car, and what that does is simultaneously create more space for passengers and a larger boot area. So there's a bit more legroom in here and quite a lot more load space back there, and even the angle of the backrest has changed, which makes it a bit more comfortable. It's little things like that which really make a difference. So Volkswagen says the boot space has gone up from 280 liters to 350. Now, I don't know, I've got a same size red cooler box in there and a same size red cooler box in there. And maybe it's a bit deeper. Yeah, it's definitely deeper. And maybe it's a bit wider. Yeah, it's a lot wider. That is definitely a bigger boot. In terms of wheels, if you order the entry-level Trendline variant, you will receive 14-inch steel wheels with hubcaps, which will look quite similar to those. If you order the Comfortline, you'll receive 15-inch wheels as standard, and the Highline gets 16-inch alloys as standard. The Polo GTI will go all the way up to 18 inches. With a 3-year 45,000 kilometer service plan and 3-year 120,000 kilometer warranty, the new Volkswagen Polo doesn't have the best backup in the segment. Those honors belong to the Hyundai i20 and the Opel Corsa coming up closely behind. But South Africans just don't seem to mind. Ultimately, the new Polo is better in every single way than the car it replaces, and given that prices have only gone up by about 16,000 Rand from generation to generation, you would be silly to bet against the Polo remaining at the top of the sales charts. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, maybe give it a like, and definitely subscribe to be the first to see our videos as they drop. Yeah, definitely do that.